Oh, the countdown didn't start. Oops. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the FOC show. For anyone who doesn't know, FOC means Final Order
I
Cutoff.
thought you were going to say for anyone who doesn't know, this is Brenna, this is DC, the person.
What he said. But what FOC means is Final Order Cutoff. What Final Order Cutoff means is that past a certain point, retailers aren't able to buy comic books anymore. Or not buy comic books. That's a bad way of saying that.
Yeah.
Retailers are not able to put in initial orders for comics anymore. So how they do it is we have to order 3 weeks, 4 weeks in advance typically if it's Marvel. And then they send it to print based off of the order numbers. Like the print run is determined by how the comic stores order. So it's super important to get in your requests pre-FOC. That way it's not a matter of, oh my god, we didn't order this cover. Or, oh my god, we ordered this cover for someone who already requested it, so we don't have it available. You will always get the covers you want as long as we don't get heavily damaged or heavily allocated on our product. To put in FOC requests, you send an email to Brenna at thecollectivecomics.com being super specific, with the full title, the cover preference, and the issue number, because being super specific leaves less room for miscommunication, which is bad, and assures that we are able to get you exactly what you want. Also, hi, Roy. I hope you're having a good day today.
Roy.
To start off, we have a top 10, but not only do we have a top 10, we have something that has been gone for much too long, a slideshow. For anyone who's maybe new here, I used to do these for every single book that FOC'd. It became a lot to handle very quickly, so I stopped doing that. But since I'm just doing a quick little top 10, it was super easy to start making slides for that again. I'm actually really proud of how these slides look. I put a lot of effort into making this look very aesthetically pleasing, so please appreciate it. But, oh god, this is going to be... Starting at 10, Marvel Voices Community, number 1. There's additional covers available, which will be showed later when I go through like the entire FOC. And I even have a little, do you see my little banner at the top of my email?
With Brenna at the Collective Comics with an S.
I have been working on this since Tuesday and waiting to get to show it off. I even have little A cover artist names.
I love it.
This is Marvel Voices Community number 1.
I didn't even need to proofread it. It looks really good. I'm kidding.
No, but doesn't it look good?
It does look
good. I thought you were saying you were kidding about it looking good.
Because usually I'm trying to say, like, I proofread your stuff, like, if you make mistakes.
I don't think we've ever admitted on air that you were the proofreader.
Yeah, well, I've been the proofreader for almost a year now.
So, for anyone that doesn't know what Marvel Voices is, it's like a compilation pack, almost. Not a pack, it's one book. But it has a bunch of different writers and artists, super all-star teams. In the solicitation for this, it says a new character is being introduced in this book specifically. So if you're someone who likes to pick up not cover appearances, but first character appearances, this is probably something you're going to want. I think the design variant looks really good. I tried to stick to 2 covers to a side for this, which is why it says like additional covers available there, because Marvel obviously does like 20 covers for each book. I will be able to show those off as well. I just picked my 2 favorites, the 2 best at the time that I made this. So I noticed at least on the DC FOC, a lot has been added in the last 2 days.
Roy's impressed.
Thank you, Roy. I'm so proud of it. They're so pretty.
It looks nice.
Number 9 is Ant-Man 3, the Momoko Beyond Spider-Man variant. I think this is a really strong Beyond Spider-Man variant. Momoko is an amazing artist, and it's for a weird book that we typically would not order a lot of.
Yep.
So if this is a cover you like,
it is a very nice
I like it a lot. It has kind of that like Disney Pixar. It looks like Up.
Yeah, and yeah,
it looks like
nice.
Up.
Yeah.
I love it. So I wanted to show it off. Number 8 is Titans Unite Blood Pact, number 1. This is going to be a new Titans series. Tim Drake is in it. Raven's in it. Obviously, she's on the cover.
I could see why you picked one of those covers.
He's a Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
Well, also
is that Alex Ross?
That's Jorge Molina.
Oh yes, I see it.
But maybe lose my train of thought. Tim Drake's in it, Raven's in it, Starfire's in it, Nightwing is probably in it. I haven't read the book yet. He was in the solicitation. Typical classic Titans, which I'm super excited for. Raven's link to the Fearsome Five is like kind of explored according to what I read about it. The Derek True variant, super strong. There is a Hispanic Heritage Month cover with Kyle Rayner on it, which I'm very excited about. It's homaging a famous painting by a Mexican artist.
Nice.
Which the little words there is, it says like in honor of the original artist in Spanish.
Cool. That's
so it's
a
really
nice
cool,
cover.
right?
I like it. Very strong.
There's also an A cover. The A cover is the least strong of all the covers for this book.
Both
so I did not
those
put it on
covers
there.
are strong, but that Green Lantern one is phenomenal.
It's really good. Kyle's the best Green Lantern, by the way. You definitely want that cover. Number 7 is Saturday Morning Adventures for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I can hear the music now. The theme that is awesome right there. I am definitely seeing that.
IDW has done a few of these in the past. They did one for G.I. Joe. Saturday Morning Adventures is a branch where they make like little mini series based off of
so
the original. No, it'll be a mini.
But I'm still gonna get it.
It'll probably be like 4 issues. That's good for you. I don't know why you're complaining.
That's true. Can't get enough TMNT.
But there's an Eastman cover. His art is not up yet. DC's favorite artists don't know how to put covers out on time.
Yeah, that's because they're on vacation together. Him and McFarlane.
Him and Toddy.
Yeah, him and Toddy. They're going out right now. Going somewhere.
This is basically a book based off of the original cartoon, though, which is why they did it. They did it for G.I. Joe. Number 6 is Earth Divers #1. This is an independent book. Raphael Albuquerque is doing the interior art on. Or no, he's doing the A cover. I love Raphael Albuquerque. He's not doing the interior art. My brain just like, but he is the artist. He's the interior artist for Detective Comics.
Oh, wow.
And then there's also
with Ram V.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's also a Christian Wood cover, which looks super good. But this is like a post-apocalyptic book. The apocalypse happens. It goes exactly as you expect, and then the people that are left are trying to deal with it. It looks like it's going to be really good. Super strong creative team. Definitely a good independent book. Human Target #7. There's an Art Germ variant, so obviously I'm going to put it up. Even aside from the fact that there's an Art Germ variant, this book has been on hiatus for almost as long as I've worked here.
It's written by my homie.
Oh, Tom King.
Tom King.
For a second, I was like, Harlan's not writing.
No.
It's a Tom King book. This is #7. They're coming back off of hiatus. That Art Germ cover is beautiful. These are the only 2 covers, which you'll see.
I think they're both strong. I do like the one, the A cover more. And no offense, but it's just like more aesthetic. Yeah, they're both great, but just it's the A cover looks different. It gives it more like looks like a movie cover.
Yeah, and you like your movie covers.
Yeah, I like movie covers.
Number 4 is Axe Avengers #1. This is the first of a 3-part like essential one-shot series for Judgment Day. Marvel themselves said this was essential to Judgment Day. That is not coming out of my mouth. If y'all FOC it because of Judgment Day, and then you read it and you're like, this I didn't need to read for that. I'm just telling you what Marvel said. Marvel said it was essential. I'm gonna tell people it was essential.
It's essential.
Tony Stark's on this cover. 2 Iron Man covers.
Make sure if you FOC this to write it's essential. Axe Avengers 1 cover X or whatever you want. And write it's essential.
The B cover's connecting. So I'm assuming since it's 3 one-shots, all 3 will connect. But it's Iron Man right now, which I thought was really cool. But this is part of Judgment Day. I wanted to advertise it to make sure people knew it was going to come out.
Judgment Day.
Number 3 is Tim Drake Robin #1, which would have been #1 if DC hadn't been ghost dropping things. Not you. The publisher.
The publisher. Not the person.
No, not you.
Get that right. Not the person.
But these are some of the covers. There's a lot more covers. These are the ones that I liked the most as a Robin person. There's the Harley 30th anniversary cover, which I think is amazing. And then there's the Jimenez 1 year later era variant, which I haven't seen for any other books.
I really like the A cover. It is
that's not the A cover.
What the Jimenez?
Yeah,
sorry,
you won't like the A cover.
That cover is very strong. I like the rain effects on it.
I like the Harley cover too because I think that looks a lot like Tim. Because Tim's kind of like younger, like he's more youthful. Like that, the A cover to me
right.
looks like if they put Jason Todd back in the Robin costume, which I like.
Fair.
But
fair.
Tim's not like.
He could be though.
But he's not.
He's gonna be eventually.
But he's not.
But he will.
But he's not.
It's 1 year later.
Vanish number 1. This is a Donny Cates Ryan segment book.
Nice. I like both those covers.
Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman, as I'm sure most of y'all know, are a dream duo, super strong creative team on this.
Very strong.
According to the solicitation, it is a brutal tale of magical worlds, gifted youth, evil sorcerers, superheroes, war, blood, guts, and death. So it's like everything. I put it in quotes.
Magical worlds.
Yeah, so it's like, youth. It has fantasy elements, but it's also just like brutal.
You know what? Blood, guts, and death. That's where I'm sold. I'm good.
Not war.
I want it. Yeah.
Not evil sorcerers.
No, but blood, guts, and war and death. That's awesome.
So it's like a high fantasy kind of like darker book. Also, I got you down, Tyler. By I got you down, I mean DC will write it.
Tyler wants it on sub too.
Yeah. Just put a cover and then add the sub next to it, so I can do that once I get out. These covers look really good though, and I think it's gonna be a really strong series.
Can you go back? You spoiled number 1. Finish.
I'm getting ready to talk about number 1.
Cover A episode.
The number 1 thing for FOC that you don't want to miss on the top 10 is the Death of Superman 30th anniversary special.
We should have had the theme song from that Superman movie, 74 Superman.
We'd get copyright.
Whatever.
We already get a copyright strike for our countdown music every single show.
That's insane. This is amazing. So
this is interesting. There's a lot I feel like I'm going to have to explain about this because it was a ghost drop that DC did. They did not put it in the solicits.
Nope.
At all. It's not in any previews anywhere. They put out a press release and then they FOC'd it all in the same week. So the last couple of days have been a whirlwind of me trying to get as much information as I possibly can about this book. The due date for this book was only on Friday. Friday was, or Thursday. Thursday or Friday was the due date, which was either yesterday or 2 days ago, which means that I couldn't even see most of these covers until 2 days ago. So this is like something that they're pushing out very, very, very fast and that they dropped with almost no announcement, no talking about it.
That's pretty much makes sense with like that Death of Superman, something no one's expecting. Bam, here you go.
But it already happened.
I know, but they want to do it again. 30-year anniversary. It's pretty cool.
It worked for them the first time.
Yes.
So first off, just some general information. The polybag cover, which I have right there, you'll see the little $18 in the pop out. The reason that I have that is because if you pre-order today for the FOC show or tomorrow before we hit FOC, you can get it at $17.99. After that, the polybag cover in store is going to be $19.99. It's a premium product. The inking on the inside is done with like a metallic finish, so DC is charging more for us to even be able to get it. We would like to have them in store, but to do that, there's going to have to be a markup. All of the other open order covers that are not incentives are a $10.99 cover price as done by DC. They did not tell me what size they are. I'm assuming it's a prestige format because of
Hey Danny, how you doing?
Hey Danny. Oh my god. All the names just left my head. Dan Jurgens tweeted a picture of the entire cover from the inside of the polybag variant, which if you're curious about what the interior cover of that looks like, go check out his Twitter. And it looks like it has a prestige spine. So interesting. But $10.99 cover price. The polybag cover is $17.99 if you pre-order, $19.99 on release day in store. And I know what you're wondering. Is this a new story? It's not one news story. It's 4 news stories.
Wait, 4?
4 whole news stories. There's a lot of words in the solicitation.
Is that a cover?
That is a cover. And that person on that cover is a brand new character named Doombreaker.
That is a strong cover.
It's his first cover appearance as Doombreaker, which, cool.
Yes.
And this book is obviously Doombreaker's first appearance. I have the full solicitation pulled up for you guys. If you would like to read it and read more about the stories, definitely pause and do that. I would love to go more in depth into it. but this part of like this solicitation would take me like an hour to work through. Put right down for the poly bag.
Definitely got you, Roy.
But yeah, as you can see here, $10.99 cover price. And the initial due date was the 25th to be FOC'd on the 28th. So very, very, very quick turnaround time for this book. I literally feel like I've been talking about this nonstop. Like you've heard me every time you talk to me.
This is a big event.
Just trying to figure out.
I'm excited for it. I'm not a huge Superman fan, but I am down for this. And yes, Danny, you just caught the death of Superman.
It's the most important thing. But another super interesting thing is that everyone that works on, so all open order covers, Sarah, are $10.99. The poly bag itself is $17.99. If you pre-order it today, in store upon release, it'll be $19.99. But oops, I went too far. Everyone that works in this book on the 4 short stories are part of the original creative team.
Oh yeah, I was reading that now. Yeah.
So. Definitely super interesting.
So the stories will be separate? It won't be like continuous?
I don't think so. It's kind of hard to tell with DC. They might have a way that they all tie in together eventually. As of right now, I'd like to think that it's kind of just 4. I think it's 4 separate stories that are loosely connected. But I just wanted to get all that information out of the way because I've only just found out most of this information in the last 2 days, as well as everyone else in kind of the comic world. Just a quick recap. Every single open order cover is $10.99 with the exception of incentives, which are obviously going to be priced up to ratio and market value, and the polybag variant, which is going to be $17.99 if you pre-order it today, and then $19.99 in store upon release. And that is all the sides. You want to do Marvel or DC first?
Marvel.
So, starting off with Marvel, Avengers #1, the LaRocca connecting variant, which I already showed off.
Yeah.
The A cover, which I also already showed off. No additional covers for that book. Amazing Spider-Man #10 is getting a Beyond Amazing Spider-Man variant by Martin. Who did this cover? By Jorge Fornes.
So what's Martin Beyond?
I have no idea. I don't know why it says Martin. Penguin's telling me this is Jorge Fornes. If it's not,
it's a nice cover.
Yell at me later. But that's the Beyond Amazing Spider-Man variant for Amazing Spider-Man. I like this cover a lot. I think the colors are super neat. There's Amazing Spider-Man #10 A cover, which is an Axe tie-in, and Gwen Stacy's on the cover, which I think is interesting. Ant-Man #3. This is the A cover.
That is funny. He's holding his helmet, but it's shrunken still.
And then that's the Momoko that I showed off on the show.
Nice cover.
Captain America Symbol of Truth #5. This is the A cover, which looks really good. And then this is the LaRocca Miracle Man variant. Oh my god, they're going to start putting Miracle Man on everything. It's so funny. Yeah. Damage Control #2. Just a reminder, if y'all got #1 and you're loving it, put it on your sub. Just in general, make sure you're checking, updating, taking things off your sub if you don't want them anymore. Keep up with your sub. The sub is a 2-way effort. We can print a complete list at any point for you of what's on your sub. If you want to see it and just go through and do some cleanup, just let us know. But if you got #1 and you loved it and you want to keep getting them, make sure you add it to sub. It's the best way besides FOCing specifically what you want. This is the Super Log variant, which I like the purple a lot.
Yeah, I like that one better. The other one was kind of problematic.
Defenders Beyond #3. This is the A cover.
That's cool.
It's Phoenix. And then there's a Caldwell variant as well. Edge of Spider-Verse #2 is getting a Lubera second printing. This is a unique cover. It was not part of the initial print run. So I like this cover a lot. Gambit #3. This is the A cover, which I love the purple trade dressing on it.
Yep.
And then there's the Endolfo variant, which somehow I like even more because the whole thing is purple.
Yeah, this is cool.
Genisvel Captain Marvel #3. This is the A cover that looks super cool. This series has kind of the same aesthetic for the art that the Silver Surfer series did. and I'm looking at the name of this artist, and I wonder if it's because it's the same artist. Danny, who did the Silver Surfer covers? Do you know off the top of your head? Is it Mike McConey?
Also, Damage Control sold out fast this week, according to Danny. Thank you for the insight, buddy.
And that's the Wolf variant, which does not look like Silver Surfer at all. Marvel Voices Community #1. We talked about it.
I think SS was
Dan Jurgens, probably.
Jurgens.
That's the Superman guy.
Oh, cool.
This is the A cover, which I showed off in my slides. This is the Jimenez variant, which I think is really beautiful.
Danny states, I think,
in all capitals.
Caps, stressing us out right quick.
Guys, if he's wrong, yell at him.
Yell at Danny.
I didn't do it. There's the Medina design variant, which I also showed off on the slides.
Medina.
There's the Chico variant, which I like a lot. I think those are all words. They are. It's pretty cool. I think it's graffiti. Yeah.
Did you say graffiti?
That's what it is.
Where?
On the wall.
It looks like tacos or. Oh, it is graffiti. Nice.
What is up with you and words today?
I don't know. I think I'm just hungry.
Miles Morales Spider-Man 42 has a really cool A cover. That's a tarot card, and Miles is the star. I like this cover a lot. And then there's a variant, which is also pretty cool. This is by Christopher Allen. And then there's a Romero Community variant, which is
this my Spanish
beautiful.
People book? 1 million copies, Danny orders.
Miles Morales Spider-Man #42. This is the Romero Community variant. Dude, put Danny down for 1 million copies of that book. Nice FOC request, Danny. Thank you. And then there's a Miracle Man variant for Miles Morales 42. Amazing. Predator #1 is getting a second print variant. I believe this was not part of the original print run. I like the way this cover looks. It is Salvador LaRocca. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings #3. This is the A cover. I'm going to be completely honest. I thought this book was a one-shot. I did not expect to scroll down and see a #3 for this. I don't remember #2.
Me neither.
Did #2 come out?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But here's #3. Let me know if any of you have #2 and if it did come out, or if we're FOCing this before #2 comes out. Because I remember this being a one-shot.
Yeah. I remember we spoke about that, I think, at some point.
Probably. We talked about all the books.
All of the books.
All the books that they show us before FOC, you know. Miracle Man variant for Shang-Chi. Always. He's on everything now. There's a Romina Jones variant that I love a lot.
He's the new Spider-Man.
He's cute.
Who?
Him.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Miracle Man.
No.
You know how Spider-Man was on every cover?
Yeah. He's still on every cover.
Dude, if they put Miracle Man on Star Wars, I'm FOCing it.
This is Star Wars 26. This book was like...
I like that cover a lot.
This is the A cover, but instead of a blue background, it's black. This book in its first print was like a $1 million book because there's like 20 first appearances in here. If you missed it the first time around, definitely consider picking up the second print. If you like to get second prints of books that are considered like spec books, definitely pick this up because this was like a $30 book on release day. Dr. Afra #24. This is the A cover, which I really like.
Did you call him Alfred?
It looks really cool. Afra.
Oh.
Jesus. Choose Your Destiny variant. That is Lord Mammon.
That's awesome.
I always tell people with characters like this, like Lords or Darths or whatever.
Look at that. I want to get down for that one. What is it? Star Wars 25 Swamp Thing appearance? JK.
You guys are being chaotic. I always tell people if it's a Lord or a Darth that you haven't really heard of on a Choose Your Destiny variant, it'll probably end up...
It's all of us. It's me, Roy, and Danny.
It'll probably end up being a...
That's common knowledge, see? That's how Miracle Man...
It'll probably end up being a book that's valued over cover price because of it'll be a first cover appearance of someone that's going to end up in a movie or an animated show at some point. Typically, these are what people are chasing after Wednesday morning. So make sure to get your requests in if it's something you're interested in. There's also a Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary variant. In my opinion, this is the way you do anniversaries. You put one cover for a pre-existing book that's related to it, and you move on. That's it. That's just it.
I think the first one was the best one. Is that what you're talking about?
No, this is an anniversary variant.
Oh, wow.
Instead of doing like a whole book. Just a variant and one variant instead of a variant for a million books.
I see.
Han Solo and Chewbacca, number 6. This is the A cover.
Chewbacca.
It is Phil Noto. This is the Nakayama variant, which I like a lot.
Mm.
And then there is a Choose Your Destiny variant for Mace Windu, who is one of my favorite Star Wars characters because he has the lightsaber I've dreamed about since I was a small child. It's purple.
Oh, because it's purple? I didn't know that.
He's the only one with a purple lightsaber, at least in the movies. And I swear to God, I don't know, don't clown on me if this story isn't real, but people tell me all the time that he walked on the set and he was like, I want a purple lightsaber, and that they wrote it in exclusively for him, because how are they going to tell him no?
I don't know how true that is, but I like to believe so.
I think
if Samuel L. Jackson requests something.
No, like, who's going to tell Samuel L. Jackson no?
Yeah, you gotta.
Like, I think he literally was just like, I want it to be purple. And they were like,
movies
okay.
interview him. He doesn't interview for the movie.
No, bro. The Mandalorian 2 is also getting a second print with Grogu. This is probably going to be something that's chased after super heavy. Anything with Baby Yoda or Grogu on it is just immediately like a $1 million book. Definitely make sure to get your request in for this. Yeah.
Wow.
You'd be surprised. Mark my words. In 3 weeks, DC, on September 28th, ask me what book I get asked about all day Wednesday morning, and it will be this one. I swear. I know. Somehow
is this
I just
issue
know.
2? It's getting a second print already?
Mm-hmm.
Where's issue 2?
It came out, yeah.
I didn't know that. I have issue 1. I didn't know it was 2.
It's at my house.
At your house. You have the only copy?
Yeah, the only copy that was printed ever. Thor 27. This is the A cover. I like it. It's very Venom Lethal Protector-y. I feel like it looks like a lot of the variants that came out for Venom Lethal Protector.
Where's Miracle Man?
He's not there, but there is a Predator variant for this book.
Oh, that's
which is
cool.
super
Let me see. Oh, that is sick, dude.
It's hammered.
Wow.
And then that is the Searcher variant, which I like a lot. It looks like he just killed a dragon. Thunderbolts number 2. This book is coming out on Wednesday. It got delayed forever. This book was delayed forever. I know other people are. So this is your information. That book is coming out on the 31st, which is this Wednesday. You probably want it. And if you want to get it all the way through, put it on sub. I will say, definitely make sure you request it if you're excited for the Thunderbolt series, because we're having to FOC this before number 1 hits the
That's
shelf.
some cool information. We can't say bad MF.
So we have to FOC this book before number 1 hits the shelf. So make sure you put in FOC requests if you're planning on getting it, because it would be very helpful to us to kind of be able to gauge our numbers. This is the trading card variant.
Yeah, Roy's saying that you're right about the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
And the hilt says bad MF.
I was like, what are you on about? And then I saw Roy type the paragraph, and I was like, oh, I thought you were like ad-libbing.
Sure.
See,
sure.
He says it's true, though. I told you. He's going to tell Samuel L. Jackson no. I wouldn't tell him no.
And the Thunderbolts artist has worked a few times with Luke Stone. Small-time guy getting his big break.
So definitely make sure to pick up Thunderbolts. This is the trading card variant. And then this is the Pride variant. That's going to be coming out in September, which is like 3 months after Pride.
What's Cola?
That's the artist name, Betsy Cola. And then there's a Manhini variant, which I like a lot. It looks like a movie poster.
It does. It's pretty cool. Very wild.
Wild cards, the drawing of cards number 3. This is the A cover. This is the Shaw variant.
Oh, whoops. Dinosaur just came in.
This is X-Men 15.
Pterodactyl.
The A cover. And this is the Donnerman trading card variant, which I love. I love the X-Men trading card variants because they have information on the back, like the back of the trading card. And then, here's another Miracle Man DC.
There he is. Where?
I think he's on the left.
I hope so.
He's not the one with the flowing hair.
I would hope so.
That's the Miracle Man variant. I also just realized we have
Uncle Sam gets what he wants.
This is the Black Panther by John Ridley, trade paperback, volume 2. There you go. I'm going to rapid fire through these because the DC FOC is really, really, really long, and I just realized that we're only halfway through Marvel.
I need to write people stuff.
You'll get it handed back when you need to write something down. Captain Marvel, Woman of Time. This is the trade. Fantastic Four, Reckoning War Part 2. New Mutants trade. Star Wars Han Solo and Chewbacca Volume 1, a trade. Mandalorian Season 1 Part 1 trade, which I think it's interesting that they're labeling it like that, and I wish they would have told me that with the initial print run of the comics, so I could have told people better that
so it's not the same
correctly. Yes, it's exactly like the show.
Oh, wait, but this is not like the comic.
That is the comic. The comic is exactly like the show. This is the comic reprinted into a trade format.
But there's only issue 2 is out.
This comes out November 8th.
Gotcha. Sorry, Brenna.
X-Men First Class Road Trips. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Omnibus. Right there. And this is the other one. I'm glad you're getting called out because you like to do this to me.
I didn't do that. You clicked the pen.
So that's what I did. I'm holding 2 pens.
Danny, thank you for the help. No more pen clicking. Okay.
So, getting into the DC FOC. Action Comics number 1 facsimile. It exists.
That's awesome.
It's real. Action Comics 1047. I also just realized...
What's wrong with Superman's face in that one?
I made these way bigger, so I don't really have to click on them anymore to show them off.
Superman.
Kal-El Returns Part 1. This is when he comes back from Offworld. For anyone who doesn't know, he went Offworld. John Kent took over his position as Superman, which is his son. He's coming back on-world. This is a Nathan Surtsey variant with him and Lois. And then there is a Harley Quinn 30th anniversary variant with him and Harley. I really, really, really love Leatrix's. I don't know how to say their name. I like their art. Agent of World number 3 of 4 from Scout. American Vampire 1976 trade paperback. Artist Elite Presents number 3.
Thirsty.
A, B, and C covers. And a D cover. Batgirls is getting a volume 1 trade paperback, which is super cool. Batman Beyond the White Knight number 5 has an A and a B cover. This is Harley.
Well, that's cool.
On the B cover.
Yeah, and the Batgirls is pretty cool. They did that because that book sells out a lot.
Yeah, and that's J. Scott Campbell. So it's going to be a book that people want. If you want this cover, make sure to FOC it.
That's cool.
Popular artist, popular book. Batman Fortress number 5. That's Roy Harper, which is pretty cool. He doesn't really exist anymore. That's the A cover, and that's the B cover. Batman One Bad Day Riddler number 1 is getting a second print. This almost looks like a concept variant, but it's not. It's like him and himself back to back. Batman Shadow War is getting a hardcover.
Oh, that's cool. Will they have the tie-ins, or we don't know?
No, the whole thing was tie-ins.
Okay, cool.
It's collecting.
Oh yeah, there you go. Robin 13, 14.
The Alpha, Batman 122 through 123, Deathstroke Inc. 8 and 9, Robin 13 and 14, and then Shadow War Zone number 1, which was the one shot, and Shadow War Omega.
Awesome.
Batman Superman World's Finest number 7 has an A cover from Dan Mora and a Joshua Middleton cardstock variant. That's beautiful. Nice also added late, so you might not have seen them, is a Dan Mora cardstock variant with the Titans. That's cool. Roy, that's Donna, that's Wally, and then that's...
Miracle Jr.?
No. I actually
that's Marvel,
can't tell. And Batman Superman World's Finest number 7 is a jumping on point, according to Danny. So if you like this Dan Mora variant, which I do, you can start reading it here. It'll help prepare you for...
What is
that actually Garth?
Oh, Garth.
I literally cannot. Why would they make him so small? That's rude.
And Aqualad.
Aqualad is Garth.
Oh, that is okay.
But yeah, jumping on point. This book helps prepare you for Batman versus Robin, which is super cool. Batman: The Audio Adventures is also getting a new book. It's a podcast where they take you through the book, but it's getting a miniseries.
That's cool.
So this is the A cover, and this is the B cover. Batman the Knight number 9, one more issue left in the series after that, but here's the A cover and here's the B cover. Black Adam number 4, this is the A cover, and this is the B cover, and there's also a C cover. But I like the C cover a lot because it has the cooler toned colors with like the blues and the golds. Black Caravan premiere, John Clark, Something Juicy number 1. Blood Syndicate season 1, number 5-6. Dexter Soy cover for the A, and then a Cannon White cardstock variant for the B. And there's also a Hispanic Heritage Month Jorge Corona variant for this book, which looks super cool. Books of Magic Omnibus exists. It's the Sandman Universe Classics. Did you hear about that, Bren?
Books of Magic.
Books of Magic is getting a volume 3 of their hardcover for the Sandman Universe Classics. This is one of their little spin-off things, like the storybooks and stuff.
That's the original Harry Potter.
Was it?
Wizard with glasses.
When did Sandman come out?
Oh, probably about 15 years before Harry Potter.
Really?
It's true. I mean, but
no, I believe you. I just didn't know that.
Warner Brothers, who own DC Comics, did the movie, so it was never really brought up.
I thought it was more of a recent, not like recent, but like 90s, 80s.
Nope, it came out of Sandman. Books of Magic came out of Sandman, out of Hellblazer.
Yes. Interesting.
Yes.
Born of Blood.
Born of Blood.
That's an A cover. That's a B cover. The rest are incentives. So I'm just gonna get past those real quick.
Wow.
Oh, this is an FOC variant. So that means it's basically open order as long as we put in FOC orders, which we always do. So if you like this, let us know. Broken Social Scene presents You Forgot It in People trade. This is an independent trade. Here is the solicitation if you would like to pause and read it, if this looks interesting to you. Brothers Flick trade, Impossible Doors, another independent book by the Horns Dark Earth, number 5. Catwoman 47. This is the A cover. This is the B cover, which would have just been added in the last few days because I kept checking to see this.
And it was blanked out.
It wasn't even there. They didn't have it listed.
Wow.
But I knew Sozamaika was doing one. And then Crumpin Chronicles Volume 2.
Trade paperback.
So Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths is getting a third print where the trade dress once again changes to the original Crisis on Infinite Earths trade dress, but they add the dark. They're printing 1 through 3 like this. This is obviously the third time they've gone back to print with this. The original, which just had the Dark Crisis. The second prints that added the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths after they announced the full title as DCC. And now they're changing the trade dress to have like kind of the more retro like Crisis on Infinite Earths look. I actually really like these third prints. I want one of each.
One of each.
There you
What
go.
was it again?
Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, third print, 1 through 3. Dark Crisis Young Justice, number 4. This is the A cover. It has all of them there. Kyle Rayner is right there, which is hype. I love that man. And then this is the B cover with Cassie, who I also love a lot. I need to get out of the habit of opening these because they take too long to load. Yes. DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock versus Army of the Dead number 1. We've had a lot of people asking about this lately. So at FOC's this week, if you're interested in it, it exists. DC Horror is obviously DC's like horror branch, but they do a lot of their horror, like more risky books through.
Sergeant Rock.
Here's a solicitation if you want to know a little bit more about it, but people are super excited for this. There's the A cover, there's the B cover by Frank Villa. There's a duffel bag cardstock variant. I cannot promise that will not be allocated, but let us know if you want it and we'll do everything we can. Even for Sergeant Rock, Danny, do you happen to know off the top of your head what the price for that would be? It wasn't Kyle's fault that she got put in a refrigerator.
So basically, the poly bag might be more expensive, according to Danny.
Yes. DC Mech number 3. This is the A cover, and this is the B cover. The B cover is a Dan Moore. Bren's looking for his phone. Danny, I don't think I'm logged in, so I don't think it'll tell me. I think it'll literally just say, ask your retailer the way it did for the Superman one. I figured you were probably logged in at home, though, so you'd be able to see the retailer side of that. But I know because last night, I have the Lunar login now, but I realized it had to have been Bren. It had to have been Bren.
Bren, most likely.
Poor
Then. Man. He's always pinging it.
He hasn't beeped it a second time, though, so he must know it's
probably
back here.
Gave up, yeah. He's like, yeah, I don't care about it no more.
Danmore cardstock variant. That is a... You made me lose my train of thought. So it's going to be $9.99. The polybag cover is, Danny?
For Sergeant
Rock. Sergeant Rock.
Sergeant Rock polybag, $9.99.
I keep losing my train of thought because you guys keep.
Sorry.
There's going to be concept variants all the way through for this series. So the first two were Batman and Superman, and then Wonder Woman's getting the next one. Flash is going to have one. A lot of the Green Lantern is going to have one, which I'm really excited for. But yeah, definitely cool cover. Super cool story.
DC.
DC Vampires number 9. This is the A cover, and this is the B cover. The B cover at number 7 switched over to Nathan Surdsey from Matina. And Nathan Surdsey is showing off all the hunters as opposed to Matina, who's doing all the vampires, which is super cool. It's going to be like that the whole rest of the way through the series. DC Vampires All Out War number 3, also FOCs this week. This is the Alan Quall A cover, and there's a gorgeous B cover with Starfire, which I also want, if you want to write it down. Thank you. So this is where we get into the Death of Superman covers. A lot of these I haven't showed off.
Is that Bane?
This is... What? Oh, there. Yeah, it is. This is the Death of Superman wraparound cover. This is going to be all front and back of the whole book. Super cool. This is the Jim Lee and Scott Williams variant.
What was the cover you wanted?
B. This... Oh, I just showed that one. This is the Funeral for a Friend cover, which I showed off on the slides.
That's awesome.
This is... Oh, I almost got it. Kicked over here. This is the Dan Mora John Kett variant, which is super nice. That's the big statue outside of the Hall of Justice for the Justice League, and he's sitting on it, like, in memorial of his father. Oh my god, why do I keep getting over here? Mm-hmm. There's the die-cut Matina Doomsday variant, which I'm assuming is going to open and have more in there. And then the polybag. And those are some incentives. This is the Doombreaker variant from Rafael Sarmento, which I showed off when I showed the solicitation. That's his first cover appearance. Death Rage number 3 has an A cover, a B cover. Those are all, and an FOC variant, and the rest are incentives. Deathstroke Inc. number 13 has an A cover and a B cover. Dexter Soy did the B cover. It looks really good. I love the way he draws. He's been one of my favorite artists for a really long time. Detective Comics 1064 has an A cover that looks phenomenal, and a B cover, which I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Talia, and they're dancing, and their skull music notes. And there's also a 30th anniversary variant for Harley. Duo number 5 has an A cover and a B cover, and After End number 2 has an A cover and a B cover. People have been loving this book in the store. If you liked number 1, make sure you add it to sub. Also, I realized I didn't mean to be showing that off. Oops. Fables 155. This is the A cover, and this is the B cover. Flash 786. This is a Dark Crisis tie-in. That's the A cover, and that's the B cover. And there's also a Harley Quinn 30th, which didn't load in all the way. But there it is. You can see her coyotes there, and then they're back there. Harley Quinn 22. This is the A cover, and this is the B cover. And then this is the Natalie Sanders 30th anniversary variant. Derek Chu will no longer be doing the B covers. He just recently did his last issue of the B covers. So this is the new B cover artist. And then this is the homage variant for this issue. Harley Quinn's getting a trade. Hard Eyes number 1 is getting a second print. And number 2, also FSDs. That's the A cover. And then this is the B cover. Human Remains complete series also exists. Human Target I showed off on the slides. Those are the only 2 covers for that book. Joker's getting a trade with Volume 1 if you are interested in reading. Justice League versus Legion of Superheroes number 6 has an A cover and a B cover. Travis Moore did the B cover. Locust of Ballad of Men number 2 has a cover. Looney Tunes 268 also has a cover.
That's cool.
Mega Centaurions 305, just 1 cover for that. Nice House on the Lake 10 of 12. This is the A cover and this is the B cover. I feel like this book has been on a little bit of a hiatus. I don't remember when number 9 came out, but I feel like it was a while ago. Nightwing 96. This is the A cover by Bruno Redondo, who I love.
It's like that TV show for it was called Brady Bunch.
I think it's supposed to homage that. But this is the Jamal Campbell B cover, and then this is Alan Quah doing a 30th anniversary variant. Pantera Vulgar Display Power Trade, and then Pink Lemonade number 1 has an A cover. Also has a B cover and a C cover. This book looks really cute. It looks like a little robot. Playthings number 4 has an A cover. Not a cute book, but it's fun. Sandman Universe Nightmare Country number 6 has an A cover. This book's phenomenal. I love Tinian, and a B cover. Shadow Service 15. This is an A cover. And then this is a B cover. Shazam has a trade. Supercat's Halloween special's coming out. Superman Space Age number 2 or 3. Make sure you add this book to sub if you're enjoying it. This is the A cover and this is the B cover. The A cover has kind of that retro feel that they've been going for throughout the series. Child of the Amazons is getting a hardcover, which is super cool. That was a really good story. Tally, Daughter of the Moon, Volume 1 is getting a trade. Task Force Z number 12. This is the final issues of Task Force. I'm actually really upset that it's going to be gone. But this is the A cover, and then this is the B cover. Pretty sure he dies.
Spoilers.
I mean, that's a tombstone with his face on it.
Ouch.
And he's not standing there. So, that's the A cover, and this is the B cover, which I'm emotional about. It's all his different iterations.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sitting in front of his grave. I don't know why they have to make me sound like that. It's fine. There's also a Hispanic Heritage Month cardstock variant for Bane.
Oh, dang. I think I want that one. What is that, cover C?
Yeah. Tim Drake Robin. This is the A cover for number 1. This is one of the ones that I didn't show off on the show. I like the trade dressing a lot. It's his traditional 90s Robin trade dressing. 1 year later... Those are all incentives. I showed off the rest of those on the show. Titan United Blood Pack number 1. That's the A cover, and then there's the B cover.
And Viva Mexico.
This has changed.
Oh, it did. It had the flag colors, and now it says Viva Mexico. And it doesn't have the little signature at the bottom of saying who was homaging the art for. This might be a different cover.
No, I'm pretty sure they just changed the cover.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I'm not DC. I wonder if they ever made great decisions.
Right there, you
so that's what it looked like.
And
it's still cover C.
Oh, wow.
So they probably changed the cover.
Tamales. That's cool.
This is the new cover, I guess.
They took the corner away?
If you are going to order it, assume this is the one you're getting.
Danny, I'm pretty sure it's Dub City watching. The all caps Ito.
West number 2 is getting an A cover. It's a book. Young Justice Targets number 3. This is the A cover, and then this is the B cover. And then
3 likes. I don't know what to tell you there.
That's also a Hispanic Heritage Month cover, which is super cool. That's Blue Beetle. But yeah, that is the end of FOC. It was so long. The show has been 49 minutes.
Get the sound effect.
I don't have it. I don't even know where it went.
It's right there.
This is a really long show. But yeah, that was everything on FOC this week.
Made it.
If y'all have any questions, feel free to let me know. And hang on, and I will do the best that I can to answer them for you. But yeah, it was great seeing you guys. Thank you for being here. Make sure to send your emails with your requests to Brenna at thecollectivecomics.com. And yeah, have a great day. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.